Your thoughts?
What? What? Who?
Nice.
The cuffs. 9:03, good morning. Oh, man. The weather changes get me. It is the 13th day of August. We are 3 days away from the 2-year anniversary of our daily show. And I'm feeling pretty darn good about it. We got a great show for all of you today. Going to be talking to Nick in a couple of minutes, Nick Bifano, and really just going to ask him a little bit more about Scotty McCreery and opening up with Matt Jordan on Friday night and see how he's feeling about that. Plus, a really great single was just released by another band, and we're going to have both of them on Zoom, Nick in studio and having a little bit of fun. Then in the 10 o'clock hour, we're talking to Robe Honke with the Alton Marina, and we're going to get an update ahead of their anniversary party, which is in just a few short days. All that comes down the pipeline and so much more. If you want to be a part of the conversation today, you can by commenting on the Facebook comment line or by reaching out in our other modes of communication. But at 9:04, here's what's happening around the Riverbend. Make sure you sign up for that daily email update. You'll join myself and 70,000 people in the know each and every day of the work week and on Saturdays with Around the Riverbend. We'll take you to Edwardsville first. Wang Gang Asian Eats, a well-loved Pan-Asian restaurant in Edwardsville, has closed its doors after over 14 years of service. It was located at 1035 Century Drive. The closure was announced through a statement on the restaurant's doors and their Facebook page, citing unforeseen circumstances. Known for its contemporary take on Pan-Asian cuisine, Wang Gang was a popular spot for dishes like noodles, stir-fry, and banh mi sandwiches and global burgers. Edwardsville Mayor Art Rizvi expressed surprise at the closure, noting the restaurant's long-standing presence in the community. The closure marks a significant loss for the local dining scene. Also in the news this morning, a fire early Sunday morning on the 11th of August completely gutted an unoccupied house undergoing renovation on Salou Street in Alton. Here's what we know. Firefighters arrived at the scene around 5 a.m. to find the house fully engulfed in flames with fire burning through the roof. Despite calling for assistance from the East Alton Fire Department, the combined firefighting efforts could not save the house. The intense heat also damaged a neighboring house, melting its siding and breaking a window. Fortunately, no injuries were reported. Authorities are currently investigating the cause of the blaze. The St. Louis County Prosecuting Attorney's Office has charged Tony Artis Jr., 37 years of age, for leaving the scene of a fatal accident that occurred on August the 11th. Artis, held on a $25,000 cash-only bond, reported to the police about his involvement into the accident hours later. The collision resulted in the death of motorcyclist Michael Bartholomew, 41 years of age, who was pronounced deceased at Mercy Hospital. Artis admitted to driving the SUV that struck Bartholomew's motorcycle. The St. Louis County Police Department found the damaged SUV registered to Artis and continues to investigate the incident. Charges and accusations are based on probable cause, and Artis remains presumed innocent until proven guilty in a court of law. Also in the news today, Congresswoman Budzinski and Edwardsville Mayor Art Risby announced a $21 million grant from the United States Department of Transportation for the city's Goshen Road and Liberty Trail Multimodal Transportation Improvement Project. Funded by the RAISE program, the initiative will enhance 1.75 miles of Goshen and Old Troy roads with solar lighting, green medians, and 3 roundabouts. It also includes a 2.9-mile shared use path, 10 electric vehicle charging stations, and 3 bicycle parking facilities. The project will update a bus station and rehabilitate Goshen Road due to flooding. Mayor Art Risby emphasized that the project's potential to create jobs, improve connectivity, and ensure public safety. Congresswoman Budzinski highlighted the competitiveness of the RAISE grant and the project's transformative impact, possible by the bipartisan infrastructure law. City officials set to meet with Illinois Department of Transportation to finalize this timeline. Also in the news this morning, the Alton Amphitheater Commission is fresh off the heels of the concert Friday night that featured Matt Jordan and country star Scotty McCreery to a stellar performance at the Alton Amphitheater on Saturday night. It marked the significant success of the venue overall for the summer. Organized by the Amphitheater Commission, the event drew nice crowds and benefited from perfect weather. Dan Herkert, the chair of the commission, praised McCreery's down-to-earth personality and his genuine connection with the fans. There will be more information following with additional conversations from Matt Jordan himself that opened for Scotty McCreery, the vendors and volunteers that were a part of the night. Stay tuned to RiverBender.com/news for more of those articles in the next coming days. Finally, this morning at 9:09, Jaden Ulrich received a hero's welcome on Saturday, August the 10th at the Wood River Recreation Center. The event saw a large turnout of former teammates, friends, and family members, all eager to celebrate the hometown Olympians' achievements. Ulrich, who recently turned 21, was visibly elated by the warm reception and expressed her gratitude to the crowd. Coach Russ Colonna praised her, calling her a well-loved and happy individual, and emphasized that the best is yet to come. Ulrich qualified for the U.S. team in the women's discus with a best throw of 61.08 meters. Representative Amy Ellick and City Councilman Jeremy Plank also expressed their pride in Ulrich's accomplishments, highlighting the rarity and significance of having an Olympian in their community. The event underscored Ulrich's journey from a promising sixth grader to an Olympian, reflecting the community's admiration and support for her dedication and her hard work. That's a look at what's happening around the Riverbend. At 9:10, let's take a quick check at your weather. It's 68 degrees, but man, when I got into the studio today, it was a little humid out there. Feels like 69, humidity at 90% today. Variable cloudiness with showers in places. And tonight, a stray thunderstorm could welcome us as we roll into Wednesday. Visibility, Brian Trust, who you can see Thursdays at 2 p.m. with Your Beautiful right here on RiverBender.com. Well, visibility, that's for 9 miles. Here's your air quality forecast for the day. The overall air quality is at 36, which is good. Grass levels are low, mold is low, ragweed levels are at moderate, and the tree level is low as well. For the next 5 days, here's what they look like. 78 degrees today, dropping down to 67 overnight as we head into Wednesday. On Wednesday, a high of 78 degrees, a low of 70. On Thursday, a high of 91, a low of 69. However, there is a big chance of some severe thunderstorms coming our way Thursday. Stay tuned to RiverBender.com/weather as we will await any and all upcoming changes to the forecast. On Friday, a high of 86, a low of 66 degrees. And on Saturday, a high of 85, a low of 65 as we head back into Sunday. For time and temperature throughout the day, 618-465-4545. This time powered by Tom Lane, your local State Farm agent. And as always, you can stay up to date in real time all the time by going to RiverBender.com/weather. Hey, before I take a quick break, let me fill you in on my friends at Village Dispensary, where always an opportunity to connect with some good buds. All right, cannabis connoisseurs, let me be blunt about it. Village Dispensary, your go-to spot for all things green. We're talking topicals, tinctures, edibles, concentrate, and of course, the best flower. They've got a selection that'll make you feel like you are in Harold and Kumar's dream. Their staff is friendlier and faster than the Fast Times ride itself, getting you what you need in no time. Locally owned and all about quality, along with being union built. Village Dispensary is dedicated to bringing you the best cannabis experience. Check out villagedispo.com for their awesome inventory. And remember, when you stop by, don't forget to tell them that you know who, that's me, CJ, sent you over their way, because it's a joint effort. That's Village Dispo or villagedispo.com. Hey, let's take a quick break, but before we do, let's take a look at how downtown Alton's looking on this Tuesday morning, and we'll come back with more of our show right after this. How about that? Ready for fantastic deals? Head to Village Dispensary, where every day is a celebration. Start your week with 25% off Dog Walker pre-rolls on Monday. Tuesday, enjoy 25% off Divs gummies. On Wednesday, enjoy 30% off Nevada pins. On Thursday, it's 30% off CQ sodas, margaritas, and more. Friday, enjoy 3.5 grams of Megatron by NGW and Cronuts number 4 by Paul Bunyan for $25. Visit villagedispo.com and shop now.
No matter the season, Play It Again Sports in Edwardsville has the gear the athletes need to get in the game. Whether you're shopping for the newest sports equipment or saving money on quality used gear, Play It Again Sports carries what you need to maximize performance to get the most out of every swing, kick, stroke, or shot. We'll even buy your used goods, paying cash on the spot. We carry all the gear for all the sports all year long. We're your hometown sporting goods store. Play It Again Sports, conveniently located at 4 Club Center Court in Edwardsville.
I just got a new air conditioner. Top of the line.
I bet mine's better. It's so efficient and quiet, I hardly know it's running.
I've got you both trumped. I've got a Linux.
So do I.
Barrett Heating and Cooling carries Linux products to meet any budget. Don't gamble with your energy dollars. Call Barrett Heating and Cooling and start saving today.
Lennox. Innovation never felt so good.
With over 20 years of experience, Wilson's Tree Service has the expertise to handle all of your tree care needs. Licensed and fully insured, their team of experts are dedicated to providing reliable service. Plus, with a 24-hour emergency service line, Wilson's will always be there for you. Don't risk tackling that timber by yourself. Trust the local professionals at Wilson's Tree Service. Visit treeservicealtonil.org to get started today.
Welcome to Evergreen Place, a community that embodies joyful living, independence, and financial freedom for seniors. If you're looking for a full day of activities or to relax in your apartment, we have you covered. Located on the Alton Memorial Campus. To know us is to love us. Experience the difference at Evergreen Place.
Life's better when you're under our roof. That's because our expert agents will make you feel totally protected with the right auto and home coverage at the right price. Also, you can enjoy the dreams you worked so hard to achieve. American Family Insurance.
Since 1993, Sparks Junk Removal is always adapting to the needs of our clients. That is why we now offer weekly trash pickup for selected areas. Plus, we offer driveway-safe rubber-tired dumpster rental. Give us a call today at 618-781-1407 or visit us at sparksjunkremoval.net.
Not sure if you've noticed, but those advertised prices from the other dealers are just a bunch of blah, blah, blah. At Roberts Motors, the advertised price is the price you pay. And that, my friend, is great news for you. Don't fall for their so-called incentives that will leave you banging your head against the wall. Go with Roberts Motors. Prices you can trust and people you will like. That's the Roberts Motors way. And trust me, it's the way to go.
Mark your calendars for August 9th as Scotty McCreery is live at the Alton Amphitheater, celebrating the release of Rise and Fall, out now.
And tickets are on sale now.
Hear your favorites like This Is It.
This is now. This is what I've been talking about. Looking out.
And the new hit, Cab in a Solo. Get your tickets now at metrotix.com. Welcome back to our daily show. Here's CJ. Welcome back, 9:18, little bit of that commercial break. I'm sorry, guys, that felt like a day and a half. Ooh. Nick, how are we doing today, man?
I'm doing great. How are you, man?
Oh, hanging in there. We also got Vince on the line, and I didn't think about this. This is the first time I've done Zoom where I'm not on. Well, it's normally supposed to be. We'll see how this goes. Vince, how are we doing today, bud?
Good. How are you?
Oh man, we're hanging in there, and I'm just having Nick on the line here now, or in the studio. And Little Victory, fill me in. You guys just released a single a couple weeks ago?
Yeah, a brand new single, "Asleep at the Wheel" with Harbor, and it's been a heck of a ride.
Really cool. And like I said, Nick is in studio with me, and Nick, working with groups like this over in Alton, this got to be big for the area, and just a really great way to kind of highlight Alton's placement on the music map and start to build from it too.
Sure. One of the things that Vince and I and his lovely wife Erika first kind of connected on was just we're just Illinois,
Yeah.
like we're that was one of the things that we had in common. It's like, we're both from Illinois, and I kind of knew, the community and the team that we had here in Alton and beyond. And I was like, man, I think we can provide really great resources to artists. And so I found Little Victory on Instagram, or they found me, vice versa. But we just kind of flirted for a while on Instagram, and I was just so enamored by their sound. I don't mean this to be offensive to Little Victory at all, but I was like, how do they not have more listeners? How are more people not hip to this?
That.
And that was out of a place of like honor. I was like, man, I want this band to be heard. And so we were very clear of like, hey, I can't promise you the world here, but what we can do is just as best I can is give you resources, to be successful. And it's a total work in progress. Like it's nothing is concrete, but Vince and Erika, came down to Alton several months ago and just sort of we really connected and decided to kind of pursue this together. And so I've got a recording studio here at my house, and we tracked a single a few weeks ago, and it came out 2 weeks ago or so. And golly, all of my friends are hip to it. It's just cool, now. We have this great Chicagoland connection,
right,
as well as what we're doing here in Alton, and so it's kind of the more branches that we can spread, the more just the greater capacity people have.
Well, and 100%. And Vince, as we bring you back on the screen here, take me through just coming down to Alton and what that recording session was like. Did it feel pretty good right then and there?
Yeah, I mean, first of all, sorry, Erika couldn't be here. She's taking care of our 2-year-old, so she's kind of in the thick of it right now.
That's fair.
Yeah, we're, I think the most important thing, we look for people that want to build a team and have a good relationship with our music and our band. And I think the coolest thing so far was completely not being aware of a town in Illinois, and then showing up there and going, where has this been? Like, where has this community been? And what Nick is doing out in Alton is really a testament to I think where the music is going to go in Alton, and I think it's going to become another hub for great musicians to be at and a place to see live music.
Well, your event's 100% right. Just to kind of double down on that, is I've told people for the last year and a half is that we're kind of in the early stages of a for real renaissance. I mean, and Nick, feel free to jump in on this. I mean, all across the board, from artists to crafting to just even being just a unique vendor, but also music. We have a really unique melting pot that's going on right here in this area.
Yeah, I think, I'm a transplant here at Alton. I have no connections here. And one of the first things I was taken by was just this sort of underlying current of, creative culture and art and music. And I was just so, enamored by it. And, just something about being by the river, that just kind of breeds creativity. And so there's, struggles that come with that. And that's kind of one of my intents is to build infrastructure so that people can make a living doing their art. And that's, easier said than done. But I think it takes a group of people, and I'm so honored that Vince and Erika, saw this, and not just in Alton, but of course in the whole region, of saying, okay, well, we're gonna do our best to start building the infrastructure. With our record label, it sounds a lot cooler than it is, but we're figuring it out, know.
And Vince, what'd you have on to add on to that? Because I didn't want to cut you off as well.
Yeah, I mean, I think we're here near Chicago, and Chicago has a vast amount of studios, and the music here in the city of Chicago is, there's a lot of live venues and a lot of music being played all the time. But I thought, Eric and I we're looking for something a little different, and I think for us, the city of Chicago is missing something that what Nick is doing, and that's more of a community instead of a competition. And I think that is really what's most important when it comes to music, because without people, you can have the best song in the world or the best musicians in the world, but without a big, good group of great, good quality people bringing it together, you don't really have anything. And that's what you guys have in Alton.
Let's touch on that too. Going back, Nick, let's follow back up with you in studio, community over competition, because, it seems like, especially, just tying in MRF again, all those guys just played together because they liked playing together. It's like, hey, let's just go hang out and put a shoot, and let's just go see what we come up with.
Totally.
And, is that kind of how the atmosphere is starting to be here a little bit more? Because even going to the conservatory a couple of times that I've gone is seeing bands just kind of jumping up on stage, or just anyone coming up on stage and kind of jamming together and all of that. How important is community over one individual band or one individual personally success?
I think it's massive, and fortunately there's a ton of incredible people here in Alton and beyond. And I think one of the sort of intangibles that is, in my opinion, the most valuable, whether you're friends with Harbor or not or what, it's just I know people who care about this stuff, who take it very seriously, who are super professional, and it's a very easy on-ramp for conversation. It's a very easy, hey, I've got this resource. And I hate to call people resources because that's not what they are, but it's easy to connect connection points. For example, Little Victory needed a logo. Well, I knew a guy who did their logo, and this gentleman's from Brazil. And it's how did that connection come about? It was the music scene sharing resources, sharing ideas, and then promoting each other.
Well, and let's follow up with that too, because it's one thing to know some, like you just said, well, yeah, I know someone that does a logo. Well, I do too, but my guy that does the logo is not familiar with bands, music, or any type of those things. So to have your own community within that, truly designed for the industry, is truly unheard of for local, for especially aspiring young artists that are coming up, to have truly a step up and a jump when they're talking to you or, Vince or anybody that really believes in that atmosphere.
Absolutely.
Sorry, I just really get excited about this stuff.
It is, and then I came from Nashville for a while, and for as big of a city as that is, the music community is tiny in one sense, where it's you're one step away from just about anybody. It's a very close knit group.
Yeah.
Obviously there's a high volume of that, and so. Now, working with Vince and Erika up in Chicago, it's, there's I play in Matt Jordan's band, and they got to meet and connect and just share, hey, here's what I've learned about booking, or here's what I've learned about this. And if you really take the time to cultivate that, I think, I kind of knew this was going to happen, but I'm just happy that people are so willing to share their knowledge, to share their resources, to share their wisdom, as we kind of navigate. How the heck do you play music and make money and support yourself doing your art in 2024 and beyond?
Yeah, well, and I want to follow up on that too, because you have some really good stuff on your Facebook page.
Thanks,
that I've
man.
been paying attention
Thank
to.
you.
And Vince, before we do that, I want to come back to you and talk Asleep at the Wheel, because I've done that a time or two. Oh, wait, no, I can't say that. Sorry, I read the wrong. I mean, I've never done that, and no one should. Vince, take me through how this came together, Asleep at the Wheel. Was this something that you've had in your mind for a while, or how did this come together?
Kind of like everything that Little Victory does, it really happens naturally. We don't really force the writing of any of our music, but the guitar riff for Asleep at the Wheel kind of happened out of an accident. I was just playing around on Instagram and posting videos of myself playing riffs and stuff, and just trying to build the audience of like music. And Erika heard that riff and was like, hey, we should turn that into a song. And I'm like, okay, well, she wrote some lyrics, and realistically, at the end of the recording, we had no idea what the song was about. And then all of a sudden, we started getting write-ups from people on what their take it, and it really meant a lot to people, like, falling asleep at the wheel to your life, not paying attention to what's around you. And that's really what the song is about. I think it's a really heavy rock and roll song, but I think the meaning behind it means more than just the awesome guitar riff.
With that too, Vince, is that something that you're passionate about? Is it the message more than the sound? Because sometimes, it's hard for me personally as a non-music guy to hear the message in some of these really high intensity, high velocity pieces, other than, like if it's country music, we pretty much can hear that, right away. Not making fun of anybody, but for you, do you like the sound more than you like the message? Are you a message guy?
Well, I mean, I think the power is in the vocalist and the song always. And I'm sure Nick could agree with this. This is one of the things we agreed with. I think the voice and the lyrics are what is going to really resonate with people more than a really fancy guitar lick. Obviously, I'm a geek for great tone in guitar and the way things sound. But, the fact of the matter is today, unfortunately, most people listening to music are listening to it on their phone. The sound really doesn't matter to most people. It's just this resonates with me. So I think for Little Victory, we like to focus on the lyrics and the song, and then maybe the intricate guitar work and stuff comes a little later. So.
And Nick, did you want to follow up with that on any of your interpretations or feedback from that piece?
Yeah, sure. So, one of the things that I'm very passionate about, and so is Little Victory, is I just love music from the late 60s and 70s.
Yeah.
That's home for me.
Mm-hmm.
And I think one of my favorite producers, Dave Cobb, says that vinyl doesn't sound better, but people think vinyl sounds better because it sounds like humanity. And the songs that were coming out of that time, like you listen to a Led Zeppelin song and like Jimmy Page is out of tune, but it's cool because it was like a stamped moment in time. It was a real statement. And so, it's a two-sided coin, right? Where like now everyone has the ability to make music on a laptop, which is cool. And like I love that. I don't want to downplay that, but there is something about people who want to remain as true to honor that passion that was coming out of music in that time, and take their own interpretation of it. When we
like Corey Feldman. Sorry, bro. I had to get my Feldman shot out.
Yes. No, man, but I've also been so inspired by analog recording, and I'm not quite there yet with my gear setup, but that's where we're headed. And I know, like, we want to, like, I want Erika and Vince to be able to play this song live without backing tracks, and that's a big thing with bands right now is they'll play with backing tracks that supplement their sound. And I'm not anti backing tracks by any means, but everything we did with this song was as real as can get. The musicians played live in a room together. Erika sang. That's her vocal take. That's not auto-tune. That's Erika singing. You know, and that there's an honesty to that you don't always get in music nowadays.
A funny story about the session, that really resonates with me. I'm a super perfectionist, OCD. Like, it's got to be, I got to do this take over and over. And what was really great working with Nick was, there's a guitar solo at the end, and he was just like, all right, get your tones and let's just set it up. And I played the solo, and he said, stop. And I'm like, no, I got to do it again. I got to do this solo again. And I'm like, he's like, no, that's the solo. That's the solo. It's a stamp in time. That's it. And now to this day, when I listen back, I'm like, really, there couldn't have been, I think, a better take than that one. And it was just that fresh take.
And honestly, how important is it to have that feedback too? Because it's one thing to have a village that goes, oh yeah, man, you're right. Go ahead and hit that 400 more times. I'll see you at 3 a.m. and we'll get out of here, after the 70th time we did that solo. How important is it just to have open and kind of just that honest dialogue that says, you know what? I think we're good where we're at, and honestly appreciate, but understand that that's what we need to do.
Sure.
Yeah, and that's why we hired, we're working with Bifano. I mean, realistically, it's just he's a match made in heaven for us, and we think we're going to produce and make some really great music with him. So
I want to ask you guys, going forward in the future, how important is it to expand the geography of your footprint? Because, even though, your Chicagoland's a couple hours away, in reality, that ain't that far away at all, and we could do more of this type of connection and bringing folks into this neck of the woods and then sending folks maybe up that way for gigs towards you guys and kind of making this really cool community. What are your thoughts on that?
I'm sorry, you kind of cut out a little bit, and I can you repeat that?
Yeah, so just we're talking about just some of the atmospheres here and just going forward. Is there an opportunity, do you think, to kind of cross blend Chicagoland where you guys are in Alton and maybe start doing some interchange and expanding what Nick's done down here and just making this a little bit bigger family?
Yeah, I think so. I think it's up to the artist, though. I think it's up to someone that really wants. That really wants to share resources, because that's a big problem, I think, in art, is that people try to stay hidden in their own space all the time. And realistically, like Nick said, we're all working towards the same thing. And if one of us get one little chance, we're bringing everyone with us. And that's just how it's going to work.
Well, and Nick, what's your thoughts on that too, man? Because that's what you're doing is something special, and it's with everything you do. And it's not just with music and bands and Little Victory and all of this. It's with MRF and with the recording studio. I've seen on your Facebook page time and time again, if you listen to the Allman Brothers, if you grew up, listening to Hank Williams Jr. or whoever, come out and record a song with me. What do you mean by that? Do you think that there's music in everybody? I mean, I'm not trying to go too. I mean, I don't want to go sound like too deep or philosophical here, but it's really unique how your message is and what your mission is.
I think one of my gifts or purpose in life is to, and I don't mean to sound like an egotistical prick. That's not what I'm trying to say.
That's my job.
But I just want to provide on-ramps for people. And it's kind of like that Field of Dreams quote, like, if you build it, they will come. And I think that's why, of course, we're talking about Little Victory here today, but within our kind of immediate community, I'd say, Feel is a great example of that. We've been working, whether in direct partnership or from a distance with those, I was in Feel back in 2019. And so I've just seen the power of like-minded people getting together for commonality and for mission and intent. And so I think, like I said, if you build it, they will come. And so I think when you get like-minded people together, really special things happen. And so, and that comes in all facets. And that's what I love about music is there's so many different branches of it. I mean, from the photography and video side, like, that's cool that you get to do music video. From the branding, marketing, and promotion, that's a whole nother thing. And then, of course, my favorite part is being in the studio and creating the music. And it's an attitude,
Well, and you know what I think's really cool is just that music has gotten to the point too where branding's a whole lot different.
Yeah.
You know, to me, I would have never thought branding could have been what the hell is going to be behind you when you're playing on stage.
Yeah.
You know, what's that feel going to be? What's that atmosphere? And you know, speaking of atmosphere, and going back to Little Victory and Vince, you know, what was that atmosphere like in studio? Did you guys know that you had something? Because I always like those stories where it's like, you know, Steven Tyler with the Tic Tacs, you know, and he's making Sweet Emotion or whatever, you know. But did you guys think that, you know, we have something good here? And Vince, I'll start with you on this, and then we'll come over and talk to Nick.
Yeah, I mean, to Harbor, we had no plans whatsoever. We just went out to meet Nick, and we went out to dinner. We enjoyed some meals. We had a couple drinks. We talked about life, and I just remember sitting in his studio going, you know, this would be a really great place to make a record and create our music. It just felt right, you know, very homey and just comfy, you know, and especially when Nick gives you a nice big hug at the end of the day. But anyway, and then when on our ride home, Eric and I were like, man, this kind of just fell in our lap. We should follow the sign. We should trust in God and really pursue this. And we were really praying about this for a while. Like, man, we need to find something. We're not getting it where we're at. And all of a sudden, Nick just dropped us a direct message in Instagram. We're like, okay, well, this is our guy. And next thing you know, we planned a studio session. And I mean, it went by way too fast. It was so much fun. We were up till 3:34 in the morning, finishing a song, and the whole day just felt like a vacation. And that's what you want when you're making a record. So
there you go. And you know, Nick, when you're bringing folks in, what was the first restaurant you took them? I got to ask, I'm nosy.
I think the first time we went to Post Commons and got coffee initially, and then I think they've been to Johnson's Corner, Sammy's,
Good call.
Old Bakery, of course, as well too. So they're making the Alton rounds, but the studio in particular, just narrowing in on that, is a very interesting place. And my role as a producer, as much as it is to guide the music or to help with that, it's also to be like a bit of a, I'm trying to think of the right word, but a bit of a psychologist in a way.
Yeah.
Where if Erika and Vince feel great inside the space, that's where we're going to find the best performances. And so that comes down to like things that may seem kind of trivial, but like how comfortable the studio feels. Like, is this a place you can kick your shoes off? Because artists, as you may know yourself or can assume, we're very vulnerable. Like, we're very emotionally driven.
Oh, hell yeah.
And then even more so when you're putting a song that you have written, that you've poured yourself into, and it's like, okay, we're going to put it under the red light and put it onto tape, or in this case, onto a hard drive. You know, that's a real moment in time. And, you know, half the battle is just being in a good headspace. And so I will never make a record with someone without sitting down and having coffee with them first, because if you're going to have me producing your record, you know, I don't want to just jump into like critiquing you or whatever. I want them to know, like, hey, I care about your sound, I care about what you're doing, and I want you to, you know, have a real moment. And you know, with Erika and Vince, it was just super easy because I get along with them great. We just love the same things, and I love them. But you know, when we you know, anytime you work together for the first time with somebody, there's always a risk involved with that, because like they just drove 4 hours to come record with me. They're spending money and like doing all those things, and I'm also like, you know, trying to be a good host or whatnot. But man, when you get that, like, and not all recording sessions are great. Luckily ours was, but when you get that kind of beautiful wave of like nervousness and creative tension and like cool vibe, and like when the musicians are gelling, it's magic. It really is. And the thing about it is, like, if I could bottle it up and sell it, I totally would. But the thing about it is, you can't manufacture that. It doesn't come from like, you know, a process. It comes from, you know, just general excitement about what you're doing and general attitude and intent that we're taking into this recording. And that Asleep at the Wheel session, we actually recorded 2 songs that session. That one that they'll probably talk about, hopefully.
Yep, I'm getting ready to plug here.
It's coming later, but it was amazing. Like, it wasn't stressful at all. Though we had like hang-ups and things we could have done better and things like that. It was just like, I felt like I was 14 making music in my garage again, you know. And that's
awesome.
I'm just chasing that feeling now at 30, you know?
Well, but the thing is, though, you can't do things in life unless you're happy. And I've always
Sure.
been that person. You can fake it as much as you want, but
Yeah.
if you're miserable and you're not having a good old time, you aren't going to be successful doing this.
Absolutely.
Well, and I got to ask you about this, and this might be a little too, philosophical or too artsy for some folks at home, but does being in Alton help that process of creating that space? Because I don't think I would feel comfortable going into like downtown St. Louis to record an album. I would feel more comfortable going to the little river town, having a bite to eat, drinking a beer, and then going back and recording.
Yeah, for me it definitely does, and Vince can speak for himself, but Alton feels like a safe haven to me, and I think perhaps bands experience it as well. They come to this town. It's really unlike anything people have seen before because you have this beautiful combination of new and old and the timelessness of the river. And so Alton has just always felt like a haven, and you're getting art. I'm about to get art too as well. There's a reason why we called our studio, our record label, Harbor. Harbor is a place. It's the metaphor where ships, vessels come in to rest, to repair, to refuel, recharge, create, build, do whatever. But there's the implied metaphor that they're going to go back out to sea or to venture or to journey. And so with like the studio, for example, the studio really has become home for a lot of people. And I've got people who aren't musicians at all who will just come and hang out because they pick up on a sense of that. And so I think, one, that speaks to the greater spirit within Alton of a place to foster art in community. But then I think it's also like just the sort of natural culmination of people, who make up the space. So yeah, and I'm with you. If I I love your setup here, but fluorescent lights drive me crazy, and I'm sure they drive you crazy.
Me
And
too.
it's like, I don't know if I could write a song here, but if you're intentional about space and about convergent space where people can meet, talk, converse, things just tend to happen there,
Oh, absolutely.
Can't really put a finger on those types of things, but it's part of the human ethos, right? We enjoy those spaces,
Well, and Vince, let me ask you, do you like the Kmart do you like...
I didn't mean to criticize you on your own show, CJ.
It's all good. It's all good. I don't like them either.
You look great under them, though, buddy.
No, I don't. I told John we're moving out of the studio.
Oh,
so that's
okay.
a teaser. Hey, Vince, I'm a little shell shocked here. Vince, save me. No, but seriously, what's it like being in Alton? Does it help being in this type of town? Because like I was telling Nick, I couldn't go to Chicago and record a song. I couldn't go into St. Louis and feel comfortable there. Does that have anything to do with your process and how you feel?
Yeah, you'll talk to a lot of musicians, and different songs when you're writing music, you got to get different environments. The environments obviously help, but I think most importantly, if we came to Alton and it wasn't Nick and it was someone else that we didn't vibe with, maybe we would think of the town a little differently. So, I think it's truly the people that you surround yourself with. I feel like you can have a great time with anyone in any location if you're at the right people. And I think that's what creates a great town, great leadership, good vibe, all that stuff. The people really create what the town is all about.
Absolutely. And Vince, it's been really great talking to you, and Nick, always great talking to you. I wanted to ask you real quick, Vince, we have a couple of minutes left. I've been going way too long on this. My apologies. Just love talking to both of you. Hummingbird will be released in August. Is it out yet? No? When's it coming out?
No, not yet. It'll be coming out the end of August.
Do we have a date on that yet?
No, we're still kind of going on that a bit.
Probably the 30th.
Oh, the 30th. That'd be really exciting.
Yeah.
There we go. Well, what's Hummingbird about? Can you tease us?
I can't say too much yet, but it's definitely a different direction than Asleep at the Wheel. And I don't want to speak for Erika, but it's a song about I don't want to speak for my wife, so I would rather her explain that.
That's a smart one. That's a smart call, Vince. Yeah, I'm telling you what, you're learning. You know what? That's probably the best advice that's ever been given on this show. I listen to my wife, so I'm not going to. So, Can Nick? Is there any way we can tease this, or is it just let's just give them the RiverBender.com website and wait for that release to come out?
Yeah, RiverBender.com. And
I tell you what too, if anyone's free on Saturday, Little Victory's actually coming down to play a show.
I just saw Old Herald.
At Old Herald, it's with our friends in Telestar as well. Show starts at 6:00, and Little Victory will be rocking all night. And that's a great venue down there. They're starting to put on original music there, which is awesome. Old Herald's a great space to see music, great food, great spirits and wine. And then for anyone who has a heart for live music, a heart to support music in this capacity, I really encourage you to come out to the show, and you'll get to hear Hummingbird.
There you go, Vince. Been really great talking to you, man, and always great talking to you, Nick. With that being said, Vince, is there anything left we need to fill our audience in on and let you get back to? By the way, I love the Atlas poster. I'm looking at that still. That is incredible, man.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, I'm at my day job today, so I did turn the fluorescent lights off though, just so you know. So.
Is there anything else you wanted to fill us in on this morning?
Oh no, I just appreciate you for having us on. We're really excited about working in Alton and with Nick. And please come see us at Old Herald. You will not be disappointed. Full band, rock and show, and follow us on Instagram at Little Victory Music, Facebook, all that stuff.
Really cool, Vince. And Nick, before we let you go, anything left for the audience today?
No, I just echo what Vince says. A lot more to come from the Little Victory Camp, which is great, and hopefully we'll have a lot more stuff from the Harbor Front as well as Mississippi River Festival and things like that. So I'm just really excited about music, and I just have an invigoration for it that I haven't had in a long time, and Little Victory is a big catalyst for that. And so I'm just honored to work with them and honored that I get to share our town with them. And I'm just excited to see where we can take this thing on all fronts.
Absolutely. The next time you guys are back in studio, we are going to be in a different one without the fluorescent lights. I promise you. 9:48, a little bit of change. Yes. We'll take a little bit of a pause here, but we'll come back with a little bit more in the 9 o'clock hour. Then we'll do top of the hour news, all the fun stuff on a Tuesday morning. You stay there. I'll stay here on RiverBender.com and Roku. Get over here, TV. Ready for fantastic deals? Head to Village Dispensary, where every day is a celebration. Start your week with 25% off dog walker pre-rolls on Monday. Tuesday, enjoy 25% off Divs gummies. On Wednesday, enjoy 30% off Nevada pens. On Thursday, it's 30% off CQ sodas, margaritas, and more. Friday, enjoy 3.5 grams of Megatron by NGW and Cronuts No. 4 by Paul Bunyan for $25. Visit VillageDispo.com and shop now.
No matter the season, Play It Again Sports in Edwardsville has the gear the athletes need to get in the game. Whether you're shopping for the newest sports equipment or saving money on quality used gear, Play It Again Sports carries what you need to maximize performance to get the most out of every swing, kick, stroke, or shot. We'll even buy your used goods, paying cash on the spot. We carry all the gear for all the sports all year long. We're your hometown sporting goods store. Play It Again Sports, conveniently located at 4 Club Center Court in Edwardsville.
I just got a new air conditioner. Top of the line.
I bet mine's better. It's so efficient and quiet, I hardly know it's running.
I've got you both trumped. I've got a Linux.
So do I.
Barrett Heating and Cooling carries Linux products to meet any budget. Don't gamble with your energy dollars. Call Barrett Heating and Cooling and start saving today.
Lennox. Innovation never felt so good.
With over 20 years of experience, Wilson's Tree Service has the expertise to handle all of your tree care needs. Licensed and fully insured, their team of experts are dedicated to providing reliable service. Plus, with a 24-hour emergency service line, Wilson's will always be there for you. Don't risk tackling that timber by yourself. Trust the local professionals at Wilson's Tree Service. Visit treeservicealtonil.org to get started today.
Welcome to Evergreen Place, a community that embodies joyful living, independence, and financial freedom for seniors. If you're looking for a full day of activities or to relax in your apartment, we have you covered. Located on the Alton Memorial Campus. To know us is to love us. Experience the difference at Evergreen Place.
when you're under our roof. That's because our expert agents will make you feel totally protected with the right auto and home coverage at the right price. Also, you can enjoy the dreams you've worked so hard to achieve. American Family Insurance.
Since 1993, Sparks Junk Removal is always adapting to the needs of our clients. That is why we now offer weekly trash pickup for selected areas. Plus, we offer driveway-safe rubber-tired dumpster rental. Give us a call today at 618-781-1407 or visit us at sparksjunkremoval.net.
Not sure if you've noticed, but those advertised prices from the other dealers are just a bunch of blah, blah, blah. At Roberts Motors, the advertised price is the price you pay. And that, my friend, is great news for you. Don't fall for their so-called incentives that will leave you banging your head against the wall. Go with Roberts Motors. Prices you can trust and people you will like. That's the Roberts Motors way. And trust me, it's the way to go.
Mark your calendars for August 9th as Scotty McCreery is live at the Alton Amphitheater, celebrating the release of Rise and Fall, out now.
And tickets are on sale now.
Hear your favorites like This Is It.
This is now. This is what I've been talking about. Looking out.
And the new hit, Cab in a Solo.
Believe what I just saw.
Get your tickets now at metrotix.com.
Welcome back to our daily show. Here's CJ.
Welcome back. How you doing over there? 9:54, a little bit of change. That was the first time I've done an interview like that. That was interesting. You know, two headsets would have worked. We're going to figure all this out. I hope you guys enjoyed that conversation, like I hope you guys enjoy this show. Anytime you want to watch a past conversation, you go to RiverBender.com/daily show, and you'll find all the ones that you missed. And I am starting to get a little nervous. I am starting to get very, very tired. And by the way, no vape yet. No vape. I will be honest to my audience. I never lie. Never lie. I may or may not have stolen a cigarette or two to get through the cravings, but I'm still good. I haven't, been all day. I'm doing really good about this. I've cheated a time or two just to kind of get through the rush, but no vaping for 2 weeks. No nicotine vape. Very happy about that. I'm also very happy that, not smoking anymore, but I'm getting tired, and I'm hoping that I'm not getting sick. I'm really hoping so, because Brian left pretty early on Saturday, and, I don't know, Brian, if you're watching right now. Getting a little snuffly. Hey, I had some people reaching out, and I wanted to take the time to address it. On our daily show, there's a lot of people that want to come on with their own segments, and now we're getting people that want me to go and do a live show at their event. We call those remotes, just like we do in radio, but, people watch this. If you want me to be at your event, all you have to do is reach out, CJ at RiverBender.com. Now, there is a cost to remote shows. They're not going to gouge you, but there is a cost to set up the equipment and make sure we can bring the team out there. But it's been really fun to go out there, and we've had a lot of good success. Every one of our live shows, that's what I think's been really great. Every one of our live shows has reached thousands of people. Hey, I saw something the other day where there's an AM station that said if you wanted to reach thousands of people, you just give us a call. Who? There's no AM station I know right now, unless your name's KC. That's about it. Or they aren't even they aren't even AM. Anyway, I saw that and laughed. If you want to actually be a part of something here and really grow it with remotes. This is your 2 hours to showcase yourself. That's why I love remote shows, because let's say you have an event coming up. Well, okay, we'll bring it all over to your event. We'll talk to the people that you want to showcase, that you want to highlight, and we'll make it a show just about you. It's about the community. So if you want me out there for your live show, and we'll get a bunch of people to watch it. We'll have fun with it. We'll do articles. We'll make it a big deal. CJ at RiverBender.com, CJ at RiverBender.com, CJ at RiverBender.com, and let's get some more remote shows. I got a lot. I got like 6 or 7 remote shows in the next month or two. So we're going to be busy, but I want to come to your neck of the woods next. Whether you're in Woods River, Alton, Troy, Maryville, because the Metro East Star under RiverBender.com ownership, and now in St. Clair County, you get free news. No more paying for a paywall or trying to click the X fast enough so you can read the story and you keep clicking back and forth. We're coming up your way too. You're going to have so many opportunities, but if you're a business owner, you got a big event coming up, you want people to see it, you want to have fun with it, book the Daily Show remote now by going to RiverBender.com, finding my email address, which is CJ at RiverBender.com. Send me an email. We'll get the whole kit caboodle out there. We'll have some fun. It's going to be, it's just really a great night. So, or a great time to do those 2-hour remote shows. And we've done them everywhere. We've been at trade shows, high schools, amphitheaters, parks, you name it. We've done them all. I mean, bars have been fun. And we're going to be adding another show coming up. I can't tell you too much, but for anyone that's a critical thinker, on the last Thursday of each month, we will be at a location. Hopefully, if the show all goes well, it goes well and works out well, and then we'll be doing something a little bit different on the evening side of things. So really cool. Hey, coming up on this show tomorrow, we're going to be talking to the Museum of Illusions out in St. Louis. Really big shout out to Pat & Co. We're growing. I mean, they're giving me phone calls saying, let's get some folks on your show, CJ. I said, yeah, because guess what? We drive over to Missouri, and Missouri drives over to us. It's a partnership, so the more we can talk about them as well, obviously you guys take precedent. We take precedent, like a 90% to 10%, in precedent. It's really cool, and this show's growing. This is one you want to be a part of. I'm so excited to know that I'm not going anywhere. I'm going to be here for a long haul, and well, the reason is I bought a house, so I can't really get rid of it now. No, it's because I love being here. I love the team. I love being a part of this community, and I hope you guys want to keep seeing this show grow. So if you want me at your business for a remote show, hell, maybe if it's a Wednesday morning and you're just bored and you want something fun to do, call me out there. We'll have fun. We'll go bring the show equipment and we'll go ahead and do it. Or if you just want to be a part of it in a different facet, CJ at RiverBender.com, CJ at RiverBender.com. This show has reached hundreds of thousands of people a month, millions so far this year, or at least over 1.5 million this year, 130,000 on average a month, and it's because of our guests and our remote shows. Book me for your remote show. I want to start traveling. 9:59, little bit of change. We're rolling on to the 10 o'clock hour right here on RiverBender.com. We'll take a quick break. Top of the hour news rolls around your way next.
Since 1993, Sparks Junk Removal is always adapting to the needs of our clients. That is why we now offer weekly trash pickup for selected areas. Plus, we offer driveway-safe rubber-tired dumpster rental. Give us a call today at 618-781-1407 or visit us at sparksjunkremoval.net.
Macias Insurance Agency, providing quality products with extremely competitive prices. As an independent provider, we source multiple companies to offer the best rates possible, covering auto, home, business, and life insurance. Our goal is to provide quality service that meets and exceeds customer expectations. You can rest easy knowing the Macias team is working round the clock to ensure that both you and the most important parts of your life are covered. Our qualified professionals make the insurance process easy so you can live carefree and focus on what matters most. Visit MaciasInsuranceAgency.com today to find out what our team can do for you.
Not sure if you've noticed, but those advertised prices from the other dealers are just a bunch of blah, blah, blah. At Roberts Motors, the advertised price is the price you pay. And that, my friend, is great news for you. Don't fall for their so-called incentives that will leave you banging your head against the wall. Go with Roberts Motors. Prices you can trust and people you will like. That's the Roberts Motors way. And trust me, it's the way to go.
Has free checking become a thing of the past? Not if Liberty has anything to say about it. With 3 free personal checking options and even a free business checking account, free is alive and well at Liberty Bank, the local bank that gives you free checking choices and more cashing in your pocket. Bank locally, bank Liberty. For more information, visit www.bankliberty.com.
Riverbender Radio has built 3 great new stations just for you in the Riverbend. The Eagle, the Riverbend Classic Rock Station, The Bridge, hit music for the Riverbend, and The River, today's country, and all your favorites. Check them out today at RiverBender.com.
Welcome back to our daily show. Here's CJ. Oh, 10:03. You welcome back into this show. Hey, Tuesday morning, is it? Yeah, Tuesday morning, right on the nose. Getting ready to go to the North Alton Godfrey Business Council meeting. And we're getting ready to talk to the Alton Marina, Robe Honke, and learn more about the anniversary party coming down the pipeline. But, man, really cool. On Sunday, I got to go over, and I've done a lot lately, actually, now that I think about it. Went over to Max and got to hang out with Dallas because, as you guys know, Dallas Martz, the former Alton River Dragons general manager, moving on down the road and starting a new chapter. And what I thought was cool is just to see, everyone kind of coming together. And it's those days, that really just make it all make sense of why we're doing this together, and seeing, Mac and the former mayor, and then of course, Dallas in there. Those guys worked hard. Everyone, Cat Daddy too, all those guys that were there that really worked on building that baseball team up, and there's still a future ahead. It's just cool though to say see you soon to a great friend and somebody who historically this is a historic run that Dallas had, coming into town and really embraced the community. The community embraced him. And my little message to you, Dallas, is thank you for all the fun and best of luck in the next chapter now that we're officially here. And it's been a pleasure to get to know you. So anyway, I was going out and taking some time over the weekend and was sitting there thinking about the Alton Marina and how much of a luxury that was too, just, sitting at Max talking to some folks, and really excited to talk to Robe Honke about the anniversary party because it's really cool that we have this little piece of the puzzle down here in the Alton area. And if we can take care of it, we'll go ahead and do so. So Rob joins us at 10:30, and we'll go to top of the hour news now at 10:05. But I'm telling you, I'm starting to get really kind of a little coffee here. I think, not looking too hot for CJ today. We will take you straight to Wood River first. Jaden Ulrich, she received a hero's welcome on Saturday, August the 10th at the Wood River Recreation Center. The event saw a large turnout of former teammates, friends, and families, all eager to celebrate the hometown Olympians' achievements. Ulrich, who recently turned 21, was visibly elated by the warm reception and expressed her gratitude to the crowd. Coach Russ Colonna praised her, calling her a well-loved and happy individual, emphasized that the best is yet to come. Ulrich qualified for the U.S. team in the women's discus with a best throw of 61.08 meters. Rep. Amy Ellick and Councilman Jeremy Plank also expressed their pride in Ulrich's accomplishments, highlighting the rarity and significance of having an Olympian in their community. The event underscores Ulrich's journey from promising sixth grader to Olympian, and it reflects that admiration and support for her dedication and her success. The newly constructed Caseyville Elementary School hosted a ribbon cutting and open house on Monday, August the 5th. It marks the first public unveiling of the state-of-the-art building, preparing to welcome students for the 2024-25 school year, starting Wednesday, August the 14th. The new facility offers ADA-compliant features, larger classrooms, modern gym, cafeteria, and improved air quality. Interesting. A prominent mural in the lobby reflects community spirit. The project, initiated in April of 2022, was funded through local and grant sources, and it cost $20 million. This is the first major construction in Collinsville Community Unit School District number 10 since 2003, aiming to enhance the learning environment for pre-K to fourth grade students. Wow. First major construction in the school district since 2003. Congratulations to the new Caseyville Elementary School. After some discussion and modifications, the Alton Committee of a Whole approved an updated decorative holiday lighting schedule for the Clark Bridge on Monday. The new schedule, now pending City Council approval, includes lighting for various national holidays and local high school events. Significant dates include Martin Luther King Jr.'s birthday, Independence Day, and Christmas Day, among others. An amendment by Alderman Meehan excluded non-national holidays like Valentine's Day and Halloween. The committee voted unanimously for the amended schedule, which now proceeds to the City Council for final approval. Alderman Strabel was absent from the meeting. Also in the news today, one of the Riverbend's largest farmers market, the Land of Goshen Community Market in Edwardsville, is celebrating its 26th year. Open every Saturday from 8 a.m. until 12 noon until October the 19th. The market offers fresh produce, meats, homemade jams, potted plants, and a lot more. All sourced within 100 miles of Edwardsville. Market manager Ann Harrington highlighted the local craftsmanship and diverse offerings, including live music and a kids' educational program. On the 17th of August, the market will temporarily move to Lewis and Clark Community College for the Edwardsville Rotary Criterium Bike Race. Vendors and attendees praise the market's community spirit and their positive energy. One final one for you today. Congresswoman Nikki Budzinski and Edwardsville Mayor Art Risby announced a $21 million grant from the United States Department of Transportation for the city's Goshen Road and Liberty Trail Multimodal Transportation Improvement Project. Funded by the RAISE program, the initiative will enhance 1.75 miles of Goshen and Old Troy roads with solar lighting, green medians, and 3 roundabouts. It also includes a 2.9-mile shared use path, 10 electric vehicle charging stations, and 3 bicycle parking facilities. The project will update a bus station and rehabilitate Goshen Road due to the flooding that's happened. Mayor Risby emphasized the project's potential to create jobs, improve connectivity, and ensure public safety. Congresswoman Budzinski highlighted the competitiveness of the RAISE grant and the project's transformative impact made possible by the bipartisan infrastructure law. City officials are set to meet with the Illinois Department of Transportation to finalize this timeline. Let's take a look at weather, shall we? 71 degrees. It feels like 400 out there with this humidity. Man, it's pretty rough. 71, but it feels like 75. Humidity at 90% today. Variable cloudiness with a shower in places this afternoon. Tonight will become cloudy with a stray thunderstorm. Air quality right now as it sits at 1010. The air quality at 37, which is good. Grass levels at 2, which are low. Mold is low. Ragweed is at moderate levels, and the tree levels, they're low as well. The UV index is ranked at 3, which is moderate. For the next 5 days, here's what they'll look like. A high of 78 degrees on Tuesday. A low of 67. We have a 45% chance of rain today. On Wednesday, a high of 78, a low of 70 degrees with a 40% chance of thunderstorms. On Thursday, a high of 91, a low of 69, but an 85% chance that we are going to see some thunderstorms. They are predicting now there's a first alert day going on in St. Louis with the thunderstorms that are going to be potentially coming in Thursday evening. On Friday, a high of 86, a low of 66 degrees on the 2-year anniversary of the show. Man, we need to do something fun for that. And on Saturday, the 17th, the high of 85, a low of 65, and that'll do it for the next 5 days. Right now, as it sits at 10:11, it's 71 degrees in downtown Alton. It feels like 75. 618-465-4545 for time and temperature throughout the day. This time powered by Bounce Back, Rehab, Recover, and Return Home. Hey, while I have you, let me fill you in on Grid Solar. They're doing some great work. I like Grid Solar. They're good guys. You know, I really think it's this is an industry. It's like roofing. You know, I've seen just the worst roofing people. And it's kind of the same, right, with the solar, because here's what happens, right? Hello? Yes, we're going to give solar energy to you, and can you sign the, you know what I'm talking about. They've knocked on your door before. But when Grid Solar gives you a phone call, or when you go to gridsolarllc.com, you're going to deal with adults. You're going to deal with true professionals. You hear it in their commercial. They ain't solar bros with those kids in polo shirts that don't have permits that are knocking on your door. They're solar pros. They are tried and true and trusted on both sides of the mighty Mississippi and the Metro East for solar energy. You know why? Because they're versed, because they're knowledgeable, but even better yet, they stay up to date and inform the public, not only their customers, but the public as a whole. The incentives from Ameren are going to start to trickle down a little bit this year, especially with the way they're changing net metering. You're going to lose a significant amount of savings if you don't commit now, like in now, because by the time January rolls over, those amenities, they're going to change that net metering, and then you lose crucial components of your saving possibilities. But if you get on the books now at gridsolarllc.com, get your free solar design, you're going to still get those big savings where we're talking 1-to-1 net metering. That's huge. And then you know that you have a tried and true system that was built by professionals for the home professional that wants to really get the jump on the next phase of energy in our country. Grid Solar knows what they're doing, and I highly encourage you to go gridsolarllc.com, put your contact information in, get your free solar design, and see how Grid Solar can work for you today. That's gridsolarllc.com, and start your journey right now, where expertise meets passion. Ready for fantastic deals? Head to Village Dispensary, where every day is a celebration. Start your week with 25% off Dog Walker pre-rolls on Monday. Tuesday, enjoy 25% off Divs gummies. On Wednesday, enjoy 30% off Nevada pens. On Thursday, it's 30% off CQ sodas, margaritas, and more. Friday, enjoy 3.5 grams of Megatron by NGW and Cronuts No. 4 by Paul Bunyan for $25. Visit villagedispo.com and shop now.
No matter the season, Play It Again Sports in Edwardsville has the gear the athletes need to get in the game. Whether you're shopping for the newest sports equipment or saving money on quality used gear, Play It Again Sports carries what you need to maximize performance to get the most out of every swing, kick, stroke, or shot. We'll even buy your used goods, paying cash on the spot. We carry all the gear for all the sports all year long. We're your hometown sporting goods store. Play It Again Sports, conveniently located at 4 Club Center Court in Edwardsville.
I just got a new air conditioner. Top of the line.
I bet mine's better. It's so efficient and quiet, I hardly know it's running.
I've got you both trumped. I've got a Linux.
So do I.
Barrett Heating and Cooling carries Linux products to meet any budget. Don't gamble with your energy dollars. Call Barrett Heating and Cooling and start saving today.
Lennox. Innovation never felt so good.
With over 20 years of experience, Wilson's Tree Service has the expertise to handle all of your tree care needs. Licensed and fully insured, their team of experts are dedicated to providing reliable service. Plus, with a 24-hour emergency service line, Wilson's will always be there for you. Don't risk tackling that timber by yourself. Trust the local professionals at Wilson's Tree Service. Visit treeservicealtonil.org to get started today.
Welcome to Evergreen Place, a community that embodies joyful living, independence, and financial freedom for seniors. If you're looking for a full day of activities or to relax in your apartment, we have you covered. Located on the Alton Memorial Campus. To know us is to love us. Experience the difference at Evergreen Place.
Life's better when you're under our roof. That's because our expert agents will make you feel totally protected with the right auto and home coverage at the right price. Also, you can enjoy the dreams you've worked so hard to achieve. American Family Insurance.
Since 1993, Sparks Junk Removal is always adapting to the needs of our clients. That is why we now offer weekly trash pickup for selected areas. Plus, we offer driveway-safe rubber-tired dumpster rental. Give us a call today at 618-781-1407 or visit us at sparksjunkremoval.net.
Not sure if you've noticed, but those advertised prices from the other dealers are just a bunch of blah, blah, blah. At Roberts Motors, the advertised price is the price you pay. And that, my friend, is great news for you. Don't fall for their so-called incentives that will leave you banging your head against the wall. Go with Roberts Motors. Prices you can trust and people you will like. That's the Roberts Motors way. And trust me, it's the way to go.
Mark your calendars for August 9th as Scotty McCreery is live at the Alton Amphitheater, celebrating the release of Rise and Fall, out now.
And tickets are on sale now.
Hear your favorites like This Is It.
This is now, this is what I've been talking about. Looking out.
And the new hit, Cab in a Solo.
Believe what I just saw.
Get your tickets now at metrotix.com.
Welcome back to our daily show. Here's CJ.
Hot town, summer in the city, back of my neck getting dirt and gritty. Been down, isn't it a pity? Doesn't seem to be a shadow in the city. All around, people looking half dead, walking on the sidewalk harder than a match head. But at night it's a different world. Go out and find a girl. Come on, and dance all night.
Welcome back. 10:19, a little bit of change on this Monday morning. Wait, it's Tuesday. And you know what's funny is I slept great last night. We had my soccer season started. That's what the joke was yesterday with Grid Solar, because Ryan was in studio and I was trying to find my soccer schedule, which is all these different pages here. Yeah, club, 4 pages long. I look over and I'm like, what the hell? Where's my schedule? He wrote his interview notes on the back of my schedule, so I'll remember them all season long. But, we were sitting there last night and we trained, and it was a little bit rainy, but it wasn't that bad, so we were getting done with training. Hang on, guys. I'm tired of hunching my back like Larry David here, too. Larry King. Same difference. But whenever I was sitting there yesterday leaving practice, man, something just hit me and I got so tired. I fell asleep and woke up at like 5 in the morning not knowing what happened, But anyway, we were kind of in this low period just talking about how we're right before school starts. Alton's really unique. Like, not just Alton, the whole Riverbend area is really unique because it seems like when school gets back into swing, that's when everyone kind of gets back focused and starts to work a lot harder, because in the summertime, it's so hard to get in touch with people and, send emails and make sure they're responding to you. But the moment the kids go back to school, everything starts to, take off on the way it should. And we're getting there. We're feeling better about things at RiverBender.com. But hey, while I have you too today, coming up in 3 days, August the 16th, this Friday, will be the second year of this show. And 2.5 million viewers later and all that, we're doing fine, and I don't need to keep bragging about it. But I want to thank you for tuning in. So on this, in 3 days, on this date in history, 2 years ago, I was getting equipment ready to start this bad boy, and here we are now. And then takes us to our next point. On this date in history, let's go ahead and go through it. There's a big one. That chord's going today. On this date, in 1961, shortly after midnight, East German soldiers began laying down barbed wire and bricks as a barrier between Soviet-controlled East Berlin and democratic western section of the city. After World War II, defeated Germany was divided into Soviet, American, British, and French zones of occupation. Did not know that. The city of Berlin, though technically part of the Soviet zone, was also split, with the Soviets taking the eastern part of the city. After a massive Allied airlift in June of 1948 followed a Soviet attempt to blockade west of Berlin, the eastern section was drawn even more tightly into the Soviet fold. Over the next 12 years, cut off from its western counterpart and basically reduced to a Soviet satellite. East Germany saw between 2.5 and 3 million of its citizens head to West Germany in search of better opportunities. By 1961, some 1,000 East Germans, including many skilled laborers, professionals, and intellectuals, were leaving every day. In August, Walter Ulbricht, the communist leader of East Germany, got the go-ahead from the Soviet Premier Khrushchev to begin sealing off all access between East and West Berlin. Soldiers began the work over the night of August 12th through the 13th, laying more than 100 miles of barbed wire slightly inside the East Berlin border. The wire was soon replaced by 6-foot-high, 96-mile-long wall of concrete blocks, complete with guard towers, machine gun posts, and searchlights. East German officers known as Volpels patrolled the Berlin Wall day and night. Many Berlin residents on the first morning found themselves suddenly cut off from their friends, their family members, and the other half of the city. Led by their mayor, Willy Brandt, Western Berliners demonstrated against the wall, as Brandt criticized Western democracies, particularly the United States, for failing to take a stand against it. President JFK had earlier said publicly that the United States could only really help Western Berliners and West Germans, and that any kind of action on behalf of East Germans would only result in failure. The Berlin Wall was one of the most powerful and iconic symbols of the Cold War. In 1963, Kennedy gave the famous line, "I'm a Berliner," well, even though that's not what he said, in front of the wall, celebrating the city as a symbol of freedom and democracy in resistance to tyranny and oppression. The height of the wall was raised to 100 feet in 1970 in an effort to stop escape attempts, which at the time came almost daily. From 1961 to 1989, a total of 5,000 East Germans escaped. Many more tried and failed. High-profile shootings of some would-be defectors only intensified the Western world's hatred of the wall. Finally, in the late 1980s, East Germany, fueled by the decline of the Soviet Union, began to implement a number of liberal reforms. And on November the 9th, 1989, masses of Eastern and West Germans alike gathered at the Berlin Wall and began to climb over and dismantle it. As this symbol of Cold War repression was destroyed, East and West Germany became one nation again, signing a formal treaty of unification on October the 3rd, 1990. But on this date, in 1961, Berlin is divided, and that's the big one. That's what happened on this date in history. Others that happened on this date in history: in 1878, the first victim of Memphis yellow fever, the epidemic, dies on August the 13th, 1878. And her name was Kate Bionda, a restaurant owner, died of yellow fever in Memphis after a man who had escaped quarantine steamboat visited her restaurant. Also, on this date in history, in 1926, Fidel Castro was born in Cuba. On this date in 1952, we'll talk about this in music, Hound Dog is recorded for the first time by Big Mama Thornton, who I love to death. We were in Memphis, and we went to Sun Studios, which is, if you haven't gone, you have to go do the Sun Studios tour. If you're a music person, this is where it all started. Don't give me any of your junk. It started at Sun Studios, And going in there and you see, and you hear some of the history of Big Mama Thornton, and why Elvis had to record Hound Dog. And to be honest with you, what's fascinating is Sam Phillips was going into debt out of his eyeballs because of a licensing claim that happened on one of his. It might have been Big Mama Thornton, because there was Hound Dog was recorded by Big Mama Thornton, but there was a song called "You Ain't Nothing But a Bobcat," and I'm trying to figure out how that goes in. But anyway, you know it. You've heard it before. It's really fascinating that really, the licensing and the IP issues, intellectual property stuff back in the day, and a lot of this from Elvis kind of came up that way because Sam Phillips was hurting for money. Interesting. On this date in 1860, Annie Oakley, born, one of the greatest female sharpshooters in American history, born in Patterson Township, Ohio. And of course, the rest is history. On this date in 1981, Ronald Reagan, at his California home, signs the Economic Recovery Tax Act, a historic package of tax and budget reductions that set the tone for his administration and economic policy. Former New York Yankees star Mickey Mantle, on this date in 1995, died at the age of 63 due to liver cancer, and that's what happened on this date in music, or on this date in history. Let's see if we can switch on over real quick to go to on this date in music history. Let's go right into it, right? Why do we need a commercial break? You're here, I'm here. We can do it. In 2014, Rude, one of my favorite songs too, the debut single by Canadian band Magic, was at number 1 on the U.S. singles chart. It became the 9th best-selling song of 2014 with global sales of 8.6 million units, and it won the Juno Award for Single of the Year. Also, on this date in music history, Mick Jagger in 1999 married Jerry Hall and declared null and void. Married to model Jerry Hall and was declared null and void at the High Court in London. Neither Jagger nor Hall were present for the 30-minute hearing before Mr. Justice Connell. After hearing evidence on behalf of Hall, the judge ruled their marriage in Bali in 1990 was not valid in either Indonesia or under English law, and a decree of nullity was granted to Hall. The annulment avoided what was to be expected to be a long, costly court battle, in which Miss Hall, 43 years of age, was reportedly seeking a 30 million pound share, so about $55 million worth of Jagger's wealth. On this date in 1999, ex-Guns N' Roses member Slash was arrested and accused of assaulting his girlfriend at his Sunset Boulevard recording studio by the L.A. County Sheriff's deputies. He was released on bail August the 13th, 1999. On this date in 1992, Neil Diamond played the first of 6 sold-out nights at Madison Square Garden. Diamond would bring in over $40 million from touring in 1992 alone, the second highest in the music industry. Also, Curtis Mayfield was paralyzed from the neck down after lighting equipment fell on him while he was being introduced at an outdoor concert at Wingate Field in Flatbush, Brooklyn, New York. Despite this, he continued his career as a recording artist, releasing his final album, New World Order, in 1996. He remained a quadriplegic for the next 9 years. Wow. Until his death in 1999. You just never know. 1983, KC and the Sunshine Band were at number 1 on the UK singles chart with Give It Up, the American disco group's only UK chart topper. It spent 3 weeks at number 1. In 1982, major American record companies, including CBS, Atlantic, and Warner Brothers, all made staff cutbacks as the industry plunged into, quote, the worst shape in its history. Let's see, any other fun ones? On this date in 1967, Fleetwood Mac made their live debut when they appeared at the National Jazz and Blues Festival in Windsor. Also on the bill was Jeff Beck, Cream, Small Faces, The Move, The Pink Floyd. Wow, that's interesting. The Pink Floyd. Wow. Donovan and Chicken Shack. There you go. On this date in 1965, Jefferson Airplane made their live debut at the San Francisco's Matrix Club. The photograph of the members of Jefferson Airplane that was featured on the front cover of their best-known album, Surrealistic Pillow, was actually taken inside the Matrix. Let's see. Last one for you. In 1952, the original version of Hound Dog was recorded by Big Mama Thornton. It would become the first hit for the songwriting team of Jerry Lieber and Mike Stoller and went on to the Billboard R&B chart for 7 weeks, selling 2 million copies. Born on this date in history, anybody? Dan Fogelberg. That's cool. And that's about it. 10:32, that's what happened on this date in history. More Daily Show after this. Ready for fantastic deals? Head to Village Dispensary, where every day is a celebration. Start your week with 25% off Dog Walker pre-rolls on Monday. Tuesday, enjoy 25% off Divs gummies. On Wednesday, enjoy 30% off Nevada pens. On Thursday, it's 30% off CQ sodas, margaritas, and more. Friday, enjoy 3.5 grams of Megatron by NGW and Cronuts number 4 by Paul Bunyan for $25. Visit VillageDispo.com and shop now.
No matter the season, Play It Again Sports in Edwardsville has the gear the athletes need to get in the game. Whether you're shopping for the newest sports equipment or saving money on quality used gear, Play It Again Sports carries what you need to maximize performance to get the most out of every swing, kick, stroke, or shot. We'll even buy your used goods, paying cash on the spot. We carry all the gear for all the sports all year long. We're your hometown sporting goods store. Play It Again Sports, conveniently located at 4 Club Center Court in Edwardsville.
I just got a new air conditioner. Top of the line.
I bet mine's better. It's so efficient and quiet, I hardly know it's running.
I've got you both trunked. I've got a Linux.
So do I.
Barrett Heating and Cooling carries Linux products to meet any budget. Don't gamble with your energy dollars. Call Barrett Heating and Cooling and start saving today.
Lennox. Innovation never felt so good.
With over 20 years of experience, Wilson's Tree Service has the expertise to handle all of your tree care needs. Licensed and fully insured, their team of experts are dedicated to providing reliable service. Plus, with a 24-hour emergency service line, Wilson's will always be there for you. Don't risk tackling that timber by yourself. Trust the local professionals at Wilson's Tree Service. Visit treeservicealtonil.org to get started today.
Welcome to Evergreen Place, a community that embodies joyful living, independence, and financial freedom for seniors. If you're looking for a full day of activities or to relax in your apartment, we have you covered. Located on the Alton Memorial Campus. To know us is to love us. Experience the difference at Evergreen Place.
Life's better when you're under our roof. That's because our expert agents will make you feel totally protected with the right auto and home coverage at the right price. Also, you can enjoy the dreams you worked so hard to achieve. American Family Insurance.
Since 1993, Sparks Junk Removal is always adapting to the needs of our clients. That is why we now offer weekly trash pickup for selected areas. Plus, we offer driveway-safe rubber-tired dumpster rental. Give us a call today at 618-781-1407 or visit us at sparksjunkremoval.net.
Not sure if you've noticed, but those advertised prices from the other dealers are just a bunch of blah, blah, blah. At Roberts Motors, the advertised price is the price you pay. And that, my friend, is great news for you. Don't fall for their so-called incentives that will leave you banging your head against the wall. Go with Roberts Motors. Prices you can trust and people you will like. That's the Roberts Motors way. And trust me, it's the way to go.
Mark your calendars for August 9th as Scotty McCreery is live at the Alton Amphitheater, celebrating the release of Rise and Fall, out now.
And tickets are on sale now.
Hear your favorites like This Is It.
This is now, this is what I've been talking about. Looking out.
And the new hit, Cab in a Solo.
I can't believe what I just saw.
Get your tickets now at metrotix.com.
Welcome back to our daily show. Here's CJ.
Sitting in the sun, I'm sure it'll hit me when I walk through that door tonight. Yeah, I'm gonna miss her. Oh, looky there, I've got a bite.
Welcome back, 10:37. Little bit of change on this Tuesday morning. It's the 13th day of August. We're going to talk to Robe Honke tomorrow. That was on me. It's been a long week. Robe Honke will join us. Ray Hartman's going to join us at 9:40. We got some sponsored segments. We got a lot of fun coming up, so we'll do Alton Marina tomorrow. But one individual I always love to highlight is Kathy Lewis with the Legendary Mustang Sanctuary, an important organization that does so much. And we're going to talk to her now. We're going to replay that for you here right now on our daily show. And we'll come back, wrap up the show, all that fun stuff. But right now, that replay of that conversation. Welcome back, 9:21, little bit of change. Kathy, Legendary Mustang Sanctuary, how are we doing today?
We are doing wonderful today.
Good.
Yes.
I'm always excited to talk to you. You guys always have a bunch of fun events that happen all year long. And how's the summer been?
Hot. And of course, you don't do hay unless it's 100 degrees.
Really?
Yes. It just so happens to be like that every single time.
Oh, I get what you're saying. How is the cooler weather helped you guys out a little bit?
Today it's cooler.
Mm-hmm.
We're bailing today.
Mm-hmm.
We bailed yesterday and picked up some bales, so it was a blessing that it wasn't 100 degrees.
Has it been nicer though the last couple of weeks for the horses when it's 70 and in the lower 80s?
Oh yeah.
That's what I was wondering, if they don't like hot temperatures too much.
It doesn't bother them one bit. It bothers me more than it does them because they're all sweaty and I take the hose out there and hose them off, just trying to keep them cool.
Really cool.
Yeah.
Well, and currently, is everything going well at the sanctuary? Anything in immediate need for some help?
We're always in need for volunteers. We accept 13 years all the way up to ever how old you want to be when you come out and volunteer.
Really cool. Well, right off the bat, you got some really fun stuff planned, and we'll start in September with the car cruise and scavenger hunt. This is fun.
Yes, it is. It's a lot of fun. We help support local small businesses.
Mm-hmm.
The people that are participating go to 7 different stops, and a lot of times they don't even know that small business was there.
Right.
So then they know, okay, we can go to this store. We never knew it was here. So it really helps support the local businesses as well as the sanctuary.
Well, and now there's 7 stops along the route here, and where are we going?
That's a surprise.
Oh, that's okay.
Everybody likes ice cream, so one of them will be Bobby's Frozen Custard.
So how does it work? You know, do we have to use the clues to find out what small business to go to next?
We give you the addresses, the name and the addresses of the buildings,
Mm-hmm.
and they go and they've got to find the hidden gem inside the store.
Mm-hmm.
And then they let us know, take a picture and send it to us. And whoever gets back to the sanctuary first with all of the finds, they're the winner.
Now, what do you win?
It varies.
That's cool.
Last year, we handed out a bunch of sanctuary gear, hats,
Mhm.
T-shirts, key rings.
Wonderful. And what does this all go towards when we're raising funds?
The majority of it goes to our veterans program, the Sanctuary and Veterans Equine Project. It's called SAVE, where the veterans can come out, they spend time with the horse, and just get that relaxing, calm feeling.
Really cool. And now, is there a specific? Are you looking for any type of classic cars on this, or
It doesn't even have to be a classic car. We have people coming in pickups and minivans. And whatever you want to drive, you're welcome to come out and have some fun.
I love it. And now, once again, guys, this is a Saturday, September the 14th. The cruise begins at 11, but registration at 10. How much is it to be a part of this?
$10 per entry.
And is that per car or per person?
Per car.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yes.
That's really cool. That's awesome for making it affordable, too. And how, whenever we're doing this, how important is it for you guys to be out in the community and just doing events like this, where it's just kind of a little bit of a give back to local businesses, too?
Yes. It's very important that we get out and are in the public's eye. There's still a lot of people that don't know we're around. We've been on Channel 2. We've been on this channel several times.
Right.
We've been all over the place, but we always run across somebody, well, I didn't even know yous were here.
Let me find them. Let me find them.
Yeah, exactly.
I just quit smoking, Kathy. Let me find them. But you know, does it get deflating? Do you, in all seriousness, is it deflating when you hear that, or is it encouraging? Going, well, there's still more people to reach.
It's like we do what we can to spread the word about these horses. Let people know we're here. Trying to get people to come in. Trying to get the support to help protect these animals and support us in our mission. And it's like, well, how can you not have heard of us? I mean, we've been everywhere.
Exactly. Well, honestly, I mean, you guys are not quiet at all.
No, we're not. We're constantly on the move. Grass doesn't grow fast under our feet.
It's just, that is amazing. But if you guys have the chance now, is there any age restrictions on this?
No age restrictions.
Really?
As long as they can drive, they can come. If they're 16 and want something fun to do with their friends, they can pack
That'd
up
be
the car
cool.
and come on out.
There you guys go. Instead of doing something silly, go do something for a great cause.
Yes.
Love it. Hey, coming up October the 12th, they are inviting you to participate in a ride, walk, and run. I'll ride.
Okay, you can do that.
So fill me in on this. What I don't think I've talked to you about this one yet.
No, this one will be a brand new one for this year. We were planning it earlier in the year, but dealing with Madison County Transit, we had to delay it a little bit.
Oh, yeah.
So you can bike, run, or walk. You'll start at the station down at 162 and 157. You can park there or whatever and register there. Ride, walk, or run up to the Madison County building on 143, and you'll get your water and energy bar. And if you're not ready to go the full, it's like 20 miles. If you're not ready to go the full 20 miles, you can register there and get on the trail from there and end up at the sanctuary. The trail actually goes right behind the sanctuary.
That's cool. I did not know that.
Yes, and people pass by it all the time, and they don't realize that these are American treasures out there in that pasture. So this is their opportunity to stop and learn about them, learn their history and everything.
That's really cool. Is it almost, how long is the trail?
From 162 up to Madison County, it's I'm going to say roughly 10 to 12 miles.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And then from Madison County to the sanctuary, it's like 8 or 9 miles. So it's a total of right around 20, give or take.
All right. No, you know what's crazy though to me, Kathy, is what's not crazy is the amount of folks that can ride their bikes for long distances and walk, and it's incredible.
Yes.
I mean, my hat's off to him because my dad was saying he used to ride his bike from here all the way up to SIUE on those trails.
Oh, yeah.
If you can do it, hats off to you. And now come out there and support the legendary Mustang Sanctuary. Now, there is a donation for this one of $25.
Yes, $25 per person.
And what's it? And I saw that you have goodie bags and things that are with this too.
At the end, if you can finish the trail, there'll be goodie bags at the end for whoever can finish the trail.
Really cool.
And of course, at the halfway mark, you're going to get your energy bar to help you continue on your journey.
That's true. And now, what are the requirements for the ride part? I mean, not being funny, but you have to. Is it only a bike or?
No.
Oh,
no. It could be anything.
Oh.
Well, of course, you can't take four-wheelers and side-by-sides on the bike.
Yeah, you can't drive your car.
They kind of frown on that. You cannot take horses on the bike trail. They really frown on that.
Wait, seriously?
Seriously.
I see. I thought you'd be able to take a horse on the bike trail.
Nope.
Where can you take horses around here if you wanted to ride? Like, just can you take them on a road?
Yes, you can take them on a road. Mm-hmm. Technically, in the old Illinois state laws, if you see somebody riding a horse down the street, you are supposed to stop a mile before you get to that horse, turn your vehicle off, wait for that horse to pass for another mile, and then you can start up your car and continue on.
Wow.
That is technically a law that not many people know about.
I've never heard of it. But
Yes.
see, we're all learning today. How about that?
See, we're educational.
Well, that's for sure. And now registration open 9 a.m. to 2:10 a.m. October 12th. And now the event starts where at?
At 162 and 157. Where the old Kingdom place, the old...
Gotcha.
Yes.
Okay,
yes.
that makes sense. And this is on the Nickel Plate Trail.
Nickel Plate Trail comes right up behind us.
I love this. This is cool. And now you can register at home by going to the PayPal link.
Yes.
And
yes.
I'll link that in the on-demand article so you guys don't have to retype it out.
Yes.
Now, I have a question.
Okay, shoot.
What happens if maybe I'm a little bit lazy and don't want to ride, walk, or run? Can I just give you the $25?
Yes, yes. Donations are always welcome.
Just wanted to throw that out there to this 501c3 tax-deductible organization. Just wanted to throw that out there for the audience again. And, you know, whenever you're doing this, how many times do you hear folks that... do you see a lot of new faces on these, or do you get a lot of familiar returning faces to these events?
We get a lot of familiar returning faces, and we see a lot of new faces.
Well, that's cool.
We just had a gentleman last week stop by. He was riding his bike, and I think he was from Springfield.
Oh.
And he came down here to ride his bike, and he pulled it up on his bike, and we filled him in, gave him the whole tour and everything, and he was just totally amazed.
I'll be darned.
So.
It's just wonderful. I mean, it really is just wonderful. And now there's more opportunities throughout the next couple of months. Well, until February. Wow, you're booked.
Yes, we are booked.
So the first, obviously the first one was the car cruise, which car cruise and scavenger hunt. This is Saturday, September the 14th, and it begins at the sanctuary at 10107 Clinky.
Yes, 10-10-7.
10-10-7. That's a good one. I like how you did that. 10-10-7 Clinky Road, Alhambra, Illinois. But then October 12th is the walk, run, bike event to help support Legendary Mustang Sanctuary. But also October's trivia. That's always trivia.
That's always trivia.
Big Papa G back in action?
No, we are using Scott Gruber.
Oh, now you used him last year, didn't you?
Yes, we used him last year.
Did it go well?
Yes, everybody loved him.
Wonderful.
So he decided he'd like to do it again because he really enjoyed the crowd. It's such a great crowd, group of people.
It's a fun night.
Yes, it is.
You know, for you guys, and the way I'm asking, because you guys have a tough job.
Yes.
I mean, it's not... You know, in terms of nonprofits, this one's not the most luxurious nonprofit.
No.
You know, and just, you know, But when you have a night where you can sit down and put the hair back a little bit and just smile and enjoy an evening, that's got to feel great for you guys.
Oh, yeah, it does. It does. Myself and my husband really enjoy it. It's kind of like a date night for us.
Seriously.
Because we don't have time to do nothing else together.
Right. Well, and I wasn't trying to, I didn't want to go down that road, but it's just like, to me, this would be something you look forward to and really love.
Yes, we do.
I love it. And, because that's definitely October 25th would be my drinking night. That's for sure. Do we have a October 25th for trivia? Do we know where it's going to be at yet?
It will be at the Wood River Moose again.
That's a great facility.
Yes, it is.
Now, how big is the Moose? That's a pretty big spot, too, isn't it?
Yes, it holds, I want to say, like 220 people.
Oh, wow. Wow, that's a lot
I'm
more.
thinking, I may be wrong, but...
Interesting. Well, upcoming for 2025, what's this tea party? Have you had a tea party before?
We have not had a tea party.
What is this?
This is going to be fun.
Yeah.
We'll have a little tea party where parents, grandparents, whoever can bring the little nieces, nephews, granddaughters. They can dress up. They can put their lipstick on.
I love it.
And just like what you would see on TV, they could dress up like big girls and go to a tea party.
This is really cool. And how do you come up with these ideas?
We try to think out of the box.
Uh-huh.
We're always trying to think out of the box. Sometimes we'll just have a session where we'll all sit around and just throw ideas out.
Yeah.
And we pick through the ideas.
That is so cool.
That's going to be fun.
You know what would be fun? Like if you made a 9-hole golf course out there on the sanctuary one day. Just like a built DIY golf scramble out there.
That would be fun.
There you go.
We don't golf, but...
I know. I'm just saying, that'd be kind of fun. Like a DIY instead of making it legitimate.
Yes.
$50 a person. Let's go out there and play 9 holes.
Hey, I want to get a hold of you to help me plan that.
We're doing it, Kathy. I'm telling you, I'm all full of ideas
We've
today.
got plenty of horse apples to putt around with.
That's what I was. And now, coming up February 14th, is that Valentine's Day?
Yes, it is. It's Valentine's Day. We're doing the murder mystery.
Did you do that with Jest, or is this a different company?
This is different.
Okay.
Yes, this one will be different. That one's still all in the works and everything.
Okay.
So
there's something to put your kind of keep your mind out
for. Save the date.
Yeah. So save your date. The tea party in January, that's to be determined still.
Yes.
But February 14th, you can mark on your calendar. You can also mark October 25th. How do you guys navigate the events between the day-to-day responsibility? Like, how do you navigate organizing the event on top of all the regular stuff you have to do every day at the sanctuary? Is it pretty tough?
It just works out.
Good answer.
It's tough. You get up early in the morning. You get stuff done early in the morning because no place opens at 10.
Well, that's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
So by 10 o'clock, most of the morning chores are done. So you go out and take care of all this other stuff in the afternoon. Then before you know it, it's time to come in and take care of all the animals again.
Man,
you just manage.
What you guys do is truly incredible because it's not for the faint of heart. It's
right.
I mean, you have to be dedicated and passionate, and it's really hats off to you guys for all the work you do because they are American treasures.
Yes, they are.
And that's one thing too that I think I wish. It's one of those things, Kathy. I almost wish we could put like a damn billboard right there and put a national landmark by you guys because I mean
That'd be great.
But you really are that important because it'd be no different than an organization that wanted to go and save all the monuments that were starting to crumble down and fall.
Exactly,
because they are a monument for us.
Yes, a lot of people when they think of rescues, they think of dogs and cats.
Yep,
which is fine. There's nothing wrong. Dogs and cats need
totally.
help.
Yeah.
But they don't think of the large animals that really need the help, too. They just think of all the dogs and cats.
Well, and, I don't want to not to get morbid, but the way that these horses are treated, I mean, we all know what happens to dogs and cats in these animal shelters that are kill animals, but what they do to these Mustangs... it is more than criminal. It's very inhumane, and it's actually monstrous is what they do.
It is. It's very inhumane, but they get by with it.
They do. But see, that's what one day I'm going to go down there, and I'm going to be sitting there at the damn desk in Washington at Capitol Hill screaming at these guys going, why aren't you protected? Because you're right.
Yes.
They sit there and put them in these kill pens for how long at a time? And Oh, man.
Yes.
I don't know how you guys do it because I'd be ready to declare war every second of the day. And do you guys go out? Are you guys still going out there and finding them yourselves, or are you?
We go to the kill pens.
Yeah,
and
that's
bring
what I
them
thought.
in. Yes. People send us messages, hey, there's this group here in the kill pen. We cannot always go and get them and bring them in because we've only got so much space.
Mm-hmm.
Right now, we're down to 35 right now.
You know,
so
I would go with you just to secretly film what that kill pen looks like, just so folks know what's happening to these animals.
Yes.
Because it's terrible. I mean, really is terrible.
It is. It's,
and that's why I'm glad we have you guys, because seriously, the advocacy you give, but also the awareness.
Yes.
You know, even if it's just letting people know what's going on.
Yes, we do a lot of education. We just had a group of 35 kids from Titletown come out last week. That was fun.
Did you really?
Yes.
That's cool.
That was fun. So they got a little bit, at their ages, they don't quite understand all this other stuff.
Yeah.
But they got education on dental work and feet work, and they got a good education on what the horses actually need. That same thing we need. We need our toenails cut. We need dental work. So.
Yeah. You know, honestly, Kathy. Zeke, are you watching this today? You'd be great. Well, you'd be a great tour for the North Alton Godfrey Business Council.
Yes.
You would be a great tour for us to go out there and learn a little bit about you.
Oh, yeah.
I'm just saying, I'm just throwing that out there on a Friday, 68 degrees and it's 9:39, a little bit of change. Throwing it out there. Hey, guys, in all seriousness, we've been talking to Kathy for 20 minutes, and I really encourage you guys to support Legendary Mustang Sanctuary, whether it's going to the event or maybe it's you're feeling a little bit froggy on a Friday and want to write a $5,000 check. That's a donation.
Oh, that'd be wonderful.
Just wanted to throw that out there, too. They'll never turn you down.
No.
And let's go back into the upcoming event. Saturday, September the 14th is the car cruise and scavenger hunt.
Yes.
Kathy, the floor is yours, Senator. Fill us in on an elevator pitch on what we can expect.
You come out to the sanctuary. Everybody starts at the sanctuary. We get all the cars lined up. When we say go, everybody runs to their cars, jumps in their cars, and they take off down the road.
Did you ever get like a foul, like a stiff arm on the way out there,
No, not yet.
That's awesome.
But it's exciting.
Yeah.
You get all these people all hyped up and everything. That's why I said if we can get some 16-year-olds out there, they'd get everybody else moving really fast.
Well, because no one's going to get beat by a 16-year-old today.
Exactly.
And then coming up on October the 12th, and then a $10 entry fee for that one. October the 12th. This is really cool. Fill me in.
Yes, bike ride, walk, run. You can skateboard, you can roller skate, you can do whatever you want to get from 162 to 150, all the way up to the sanctuary.
I misled you guys earlier. Because I kind of hinted at you could ride like a car ride. No. You gotta,
bicycles.
Yeah, you got to bring your bike out. Or can you use skateboard there?
Yes. There's skateboards, rollerblades. Yes.
You know, I have never seen... I couldn't rollerblade to save my life because I can't even walk and chew gum, let alone trying to figure out how to do...
I tried rollerblading once. I was fine going uphill, coming downhill.
Oh, no.
It was a different story.
And this is on October the 12th. It starts at what time? 9 a.m. to 10 a.m.
Had me thinking there, you've got the flyer. I don't have it.
It starts registration between 9 and 10 a.m. and the event will start at 162-157 Glen Carbon on the Nickel Plate Trail, plus one stop for refreshments at the Madison County Government Building on 143. Then you head back over to Kathy's neck of the woods at the sanctuary.
Yes, and come and see what we're all about. Come and get your nickel tour.
Yeah.
That's what we always call it. You want the nickel tour? Yeah.
Well, and throughout the year, if people want more information, or if maybe a local school like Evangelical or St. Mary's wants to maybe do a field trip, what's the number they need to call?
618-616-8875.
And let me just kind of touch on that for 2 seconds here, because I went on the field trip a long time ago when I was in the Riverbend CEO program, and I was in the inaugural class, and when we went, what I learned that day was just so fantastic. It was just so fascinating, but also fantastic, because you're learning about all the conservation work that happens here locally.
Yes.
And honestly, it's one of those things, Kathy, where I would expect to watch this on CBS Sunday morning,
Yes.
like a documentary of your sanctuary,
Yes.
because of the importance and just all the work that you guys do. To have that here in our community is a really big treat because, I
Yes.
mean, you guys truly are a sanctuary.
Yes. Yep. We rescue no matter what.
And see, that's what another takeaway too, because sometimes sanctuaries get a little bit of a bad rap because there's some bad actors and everything. But you
Yes.
guys really are exactly what you say you are.
Yes.
Hell, those horses actually live better than you guys do some days.
They get to eat and drink before we ever do.
And when you said that, though, it just that's the attitude.
Yes.
Because so many times we see something on TV and go, "Oh, I can do that."
Yes.
Until you realize doing that is putting them first.
Yes, there's a lot of people out there. Oh, I want to start a horse sanctuary, and they'll come to us. It's like, well, are you ready to put every single day of the year into it, 24 hours a day? Well, no. It's like, well, you're not going to make it work.
Yeah.
And one other thing we've done with the sanctuary is we have no debt, no credit cards, no loans.
Whoa.
No nothing. We've never had any kind of debt.
Are you serious?
So we've always paid cash for everything we've got.
Are you serious?
Yes.
That is incredible.
All the money goes right back to the horses because we don't have no debt.
That is absolutely incredible. That's something to be proud of.
Yes, and we've been doing it for over 25 years like that.
Do you want to manage my bank account? Kathy, just keep up the great work. We'll link everything in articles as we always do for you
Yes,
guys
thank
and
you.
make sure we get the word out. But if you're, a teacher out there, a principal at, Evangelical, St. Mary, St. Ambrose, anyone in the Alton School District, seriously,
Yes.
reach out for this. This is a great opportunity, a great half-a-day field trip.
Yes.
Go up, hang out at the sanctuary, learn, come on back, and then send them home for the day and hang out with Kathy. That's the best part of it, Anything else I'm forgetting about, Kathy?
One thing I didn't have on the list is Veterans Day.
Oh, yeah.
I believe we're having the Veterans motorcycle ride on the Saturday before, which would be the 10th, I believe.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Yes. Where last year they started at the Pie Saw Bird in Alton and then ended up at the sanctuary, and we had a meal farm and everything, but it was a bunch of veterans that ride the motorcycles.
That's really cool.
It was a lot of fun, and we've teamed up with Evolution Cycles here in Alton.
They're
for
right
that.
down the road on
Yes.
Broadway, aren't they?
Yes.
Really cool. And like we said, folks, we will link all of this on Riverbender and give you articles because we really do support the legendary Mustang Sanctuary. And I hope that you guys do too. Kathy, always great talking to you.
Well, yes, great talking to you.
9:45, a little bit of change. We'll come back with more of our daily show right after this on Riverbender.